Hey trackies, welcome back to another video. Please remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. That's how the video gets to the YouTube algorithm. Share the video if you care. I hope y'all care, so share. And yes, please sound off in the comment section below. Another day, another preview for another Diamond League meeting. This time's Brussels. It comes up on the 22nd of August, which is actually tomorrow. Yeah, so we're looking for exciting action. We're wrapping things up. The action is literally coming in thick and fast. Everything has to be pretty much done before the World Championships. And actually, it's kind of sad because given these last few meetings, you're seeing a number of high profile athletes deciding not to take part, especially when the Diamond League finals rolls around. It's going to be interesting to see the lineups there because I know being so close to the World Championships, a number of key figures will choose to opt out, to hide their hand, show that the rest of the competition doesn't really see what they have, to offer, or, stand any opportunity of possibly losing that momentum heading into the World Championships as well. So from that perspective, it's kind of sad because we do look forward to seeing, a number of athletes after the World Championships in their best shape, after dropping phenomenal performances, turn up at the final few Diamond Leagues and the final few meetings across the world and just throw us some really, really phenomenal performances. Yeah, but that's not going to happen this year. So sadly, yeah, everything is getting wrapped up. So for Brussels, I want to dive into the women's 100 meters. And the first thing that popped into my mind when I looked at this women's 100 meters was, dear God, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, don't even sniff that actual meeting record. So, of course, you all know she tied the meeting record in Silesia held by Shelly and Fraser Price, 10.66 seconds. And I'm looking at this 10.72 meeting record from Elaine Thompson Hera. This one actually dating back to 2016. Interesting. It's been a minute, since these athletes have turned up in Brussels, especially when Shelly and Elaine have been in their best shape. Clearly, they didn't line up in Brussels. You know what I mean? But that being said, 10.72, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, yeah, this meeting record is on the chopping block as things stand right now because Melissa Jefferson so far this season has clocked two 10.6s, of course 10.65 and 10.66. So yes, this meeting record is under threat and we may see it go down sadly from a Jamaican perspective. But from an athletic perspective, just enjoying competition, I'm going to enjoy seeing her run another fantastic race. Now, to join her in the women's lineup though, we have from Belgium, we have Delphine, and we also have Ronnie Rosios. From Great Britain, we have Daryl Nita. From the USA, we have Mia McCoy and Shakira Richardson. So 3 Americans there. From Jamaica, we have Shelly and Fraser Price, the greatest 100-meter sprinter in history. And then, of course, we have Favor Ofili from Nigeria. Interesting when it comes to Favor Ofili. She ran the 200 meters recently, and I remember the commentator saying that, she'll be representing Nigeria at the World Championships. And I'm like, oh, isn't she transferring allegiance to Turkey as well? But anyway, let's see what happens when it comes to her as she continues her career. And then, of course, from Luxembourg, we have Patricia van der Weeken, right? So that's the women's 100-meter lineup. As I said, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, for me, with those two 10.6s so far this season, and of course the fact that she's undefeated as well, goes in as heavy favorite. I don't suppose anyone will be close to her in this women's 100 meters unless she decides to just take it easy and just go for an easy win, right? A race that she can practically cruise and still win, in my opinion, right? So she's favorite. I think she wins hands down. What now becomes interesting is the placings behind her. Now we have our very own Shelly and Fraser Price, as I said, greatest 100-meter sprinter in history. Now, she did an interview recently where she talked about, not really focusing on the noise and what people have to say and the limitations that they've placed on her over the years, even after having her son. They never thought that she'll be able to get to or scale the heights that she has scaled, and she's done it. So she doesn't really listen to the noise, and it's making me kind of fearful at the fact that I'm here thinking to myself that my expectation, at least for this season for her, is to see her get into low, 10.8s. And I'm saying, am I underestimating Shelly and Fraser Price? How much times does she have to walk us over her head for us to understand? Never underestimate her. But the thing is, when you have an anomaly like Shelly and Fraser Price, you can't really chart her. You don't really know what to expect. So really and truly, you just have to sit there and enjoy whatever you get, right? So that's my opinion, especially 2025. She has dipped below 11 seconds one time so far for the season. That 10.91 she ran in the 100-meter finals at the national championships, right? So with that being said, she's pretty much been borderline 11 seconds for the most part this season in the women's 100 meters. So when I take that into consideration and I look at the rest of the field and then think about how much of an anomaly Shelly is, am I like, should I just go with the standard thought process, or should I be like, Shelly's gonna come and kick away some feet, right? That's the whole thought process right now. But I think I'm just gonna try to remain as normal as possible and say that I'm looking out to see Shelly and Fraser Price, of course, but I definitely think challenging for second place as well. I've been loving her season so far. She's not really consistent or as consistent as I would like her to be, and that is Favor Ophelia. However, if she gets it right, she can possibly pull off, challenging for second place. And I do think challenging second place, meaning Shelly and Fraser Price, I think is that athlete that I'm expecting at least to be in second place, right? So let's see what happens there. I'm probably gonna say Favor Ophelia then Shelly. Let's put it that way. Or should I say Shelly then Favor? Am I going to regret this? I'm not sure, trackies. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, so that's how I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna say Melissa Jefferson Wooden, then I'm gonna go Favor Ophelia, then I'm gonna go Shelly and Fraser Price. I'm intrigued to see, what the likes of a Daryl Nita will come with. Of course, Shakira Richardson. We all know season best or season hasn't been going as strong as well. She doesn't look physically as fit as she should. So like how Noah Lyles is running himself into shape, and you can see his fitness. You can't really see that kind of fitness from a Shakira Richardson, right? So I'm not really expecting anything crazy to come from her, but I still expect her to probably challenge. This is not the strongest field, so I'm sure she can, take down a few names here. So potentially she'll be someplace around fourth in this particular race. But let's see how things goes for this women's 100 meters. All I know is when I look at the meeting record and I look at Melissa Jefferson Wooden, I just sigh and say, yeah, an American is going to remove our meeting record. I'm not happy about that, but life happens, trackies. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So this is the women's 100-meter lineup. What are your thoughts? Are we grossly underestimating Shelly and Fraser Price? Can she come out and give us a surprise leading into the World Championships? Something like a 10-8ish, probably, right? Is that a possibility, or should we just wait until the World Championships for her to give us those 3 solid rounds like she did at our national championships and run her fastest of the year at the World Championships? I'm fine with it either way, trackies, because at the end of the day, what's really important is the World Championships, right? You want to get it right there. So these meetings are just a preparation for that, right? Just a tester, just a trial run. So let's see how it goes for these athletes. But yeah, another easy win, I would say, for Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Definitely her year. As she said, it's her time. Let's see what she can deliver in this women's 100 meters. Trackies, let me know your thoughts. As I said, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.